All right, I'm on hole number 2 of the 2020 Winter Major. I'm in the opening round of the rookie division. Let's go check out hole number 2. Hole number 2. All right, on this par 3. Now, there's several ways that you can come at this. There is a very legitimate rough bump that you can do here. And you can work your rough bump so that you can keep 2 rings of separation between. Let me see if I can get in there so I can zoom in a little closer on it. Maybe. I don't know if that's much closer, but so where you're at in here, you can get it so that you can give yourself a couple rings of separation from this rough transition between the rough and the fairway. This is the type of rough bump that is my least favorite type of rough bump. You know, when you're coming up and let's say you were doing a rough bump along this area and you're coming in this direction, you know, you hit it a little bit, depending on which way the wind's blowing, you hit it a little bit great to the left or the right, and you're still in the rough and you're still moving in a forward direction. But this area in here, if you catch, you know, and I know that sounds weird because I don't hit perfect all the time. That's the deal. So if you're setting the shot up, why wouldn't you set the shot up so that if you fail a little bit to the left or the right, you're still up here on the green, you're taking your putt, you're moving on, as opposed to you clip the rough right, or you clip the fairway right here, and now you're over here in the rough or the sand. So there is a great look at hole-in-one here, but I think that you have just as good a look at hole-in-one from out here. And what I did notice is that if I was in this area trying to go straight at the cup, that my wind adjustment seemed to be pretty spot on. But if I swung my ball out into this area and I was out here coming at the cup, that it seemed like I was way off. Like I needed, like if I was over here, because the way that this course goes out here, if you're looking at it from the side, it's like this. So this area is right here and this area is up here. And so this change of elevation coming at the green, it really changed my end land spot. So I'm going to go straight at it, but I'm going to try and be as low here up against this rough as I can. And if you watch my videos on a regular basis, you know that when I'm down here in this, I'm going to be at least 2 rings off of any transitional surface. You're setting the shot up. So why would you set the shot up and not give yourself room on either side? I see people do it all the time where they're coming up here and they're pinched up right up against it. I mean, if even there's a variance in even imperfect, and they're so close to this that if they're on the left-hand side, if they catch a left perfect, they could still clip the rough. So give yourself some room for maneuver. You do not want to epic fail by getting a par on a par 3. I would rather get birdie on all the par 3s and take my chances on the other holes and never fail on a par 3 than to ever get a par on a par 3. All right, so let's go take a look at it. Let's go get my bag. Grizzly, Kingmaker. That puts me in mid-club. Grizzly, Kingmaker. I better buy some Kingmakers. Whew. All right, I'll go buy 9 of them. All right, sure, make me buy 9 of them. I got you. We could use a Titan. And I'm only using the 3 Powerball because, number one, that it will cut the wind down, but number 2, it's putting me in mid-club. You could use any ball here. You could use a 0 Powerball and be at max club. It's not a big deal. And you could use a 5 Powerball and be at minimum club. So it's up to you. It's whatever you want to spend in your bag. I wouldn't use a 5 Powerball on a par 3, but that's just me. I've seen people do it. I've seen people get those packs and it's like, hey, you know what? I bought that pack and I have enough of these balls that I could play one on every hole. And I must be able to have a better shot at winning if I bring a power 5 ball on every hole because I've got a power 5 ball on every hole. And that's every hole you need to bring the ball. Every hole's, you want to bring a ball specific to that hole. Okay, so I'm in mid club. I know I'm in mid club. There's max, there's mid. So I'm trying to stay as close down low and not have to put any curl on it. 20% wind adjustment, that's 3-1, that'll be 3-6. I'm at minimum mid club, so there's 3, So that's about a ring and a half, or excuse me, 2.5 rings. Isn't it perfect? See if I got that right. Little to the right. Little to the right. And so using the, okay, so I'll go back and do the math there. So let me think through the process there. I was at 3.6. If I would have did a full adjustment, a max club adjustment, even though I'm at mid club, that would have been 3.6 rings. And I did 2.5 and I was about a ring off. So that might be a situation where even though I'm at mid club, I may need to do a max number. And I did, it was 3.6, it's 1.5 per ring. So it is right there. It was a little shy of, was that 2/5. So it's a little shy of 2.5 rings. And I did right there, probably a little shy of 2.5 rings. With the 20% adjustment was still as off to the right. So it may be one of those deals. I'm gonna make a note here. I'm gonna put 1 per ring, and I'm gonna try that because I know that in practice I wasn't doing any special wind adjustments. I was hitting the club pretty much max club just to see like where it would go and what kind of response I was getting on the green. And I did get some hole-in-ones on this hole, so we'll have to see. I did try that rough bump, and at the rough bump, you're a little bit farther forward and you are more towards max. And I was using a max number there. You weren't quite at max, you're kind of like 3/4, but the max number seemed to work. So that might be the deal there is to use. Next time I get on this hole, I'm going to do just a regular max wind adjustment plus 20% and see where that puts me. Still trying to dial it in. This is my practice account. And while I do want to get it into the weekend round so I can score clan points for my, get some points for my clan, I need to practice. I will forfeit. Good luck in the tournament. Exit. Hole number 2 is in the bag. So that was hole number 2 of the 2020 Winter Major and the opening round of the Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.